Hey guys! It has been a minute, right? Since I have been on to see everyone, to talk to everyone about these awesome products. In the beginning of my journey with Belle was last January, so we're coming up on a year and it has just been the best thing ever. The last few months, there's just been a lot going on in my life. So I've tried to post and keep you guys updated, but just haven't had a ton of time to come on and do a video. So today, I thought I would pop on and kind of just do a full face for you guys. It's not gonna be super long. It's really just gonna be kind of like a day look, something actually kind of super fast, just to show you a couple products and show you how easy it is to apply. And I only have about 6 or 7 products that I'm going to use. The only thing that I'll be using outside of Belle is my foundation, because we do not have foundation at this time, at least. But we are growing. Our company is just flourishing, and it's just been really awesome to be a part of it. So let's get started. First, I do have a primer mist on, which I absolutely love. We do not sell this, so I'm just gonna tell you, this Laura Geller spackle mist, it's just amazing. Even just during the day, I just do a little spritz. It's a good primer for your face, give it hydration. You can use it throughout the day. So that's really all I have on right now, and a little bit of SPF moisturizer. So we actually have our own primer that I know I've talked about tons, that I love. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put some of that on. And since I love you guys, I did a little heart, if you can see there. I just really appreciate all the people that have reached out to order, family, friends, the referrals that you guys give. I really appreciate all of that. So I'm just gonna put this amazing primer on, and like I've said before, it really gives you a lot of hydration too, and gives you that really pretty glow. So if you're not a foundation girl, you can literally just put this primer on and, you know, a little mascara and you're good for the day. But I do have lines and I do have bags under my eyes, so I do need a little bit more help than just the primer. But it does really keep everything on during the day, especially with me, because I am hot like all the time. So all I do is put a little bit of concealer on. Again, that's concealer and foundation are not Belle. So whatever your favorite is for that. And all I'm doing is just lightly patting with my sponge. I did dampen it a little bit, and that just helps the product not to seep into the sponge. If you don't have a sponge, you need to get one. They're amazing. I do have really great foundation brushes too. But I find the sponge is a little bit better, especially in like the drier seasons. Like right now, I have like super dry skin. So this just helps really push that into the skin. Okay, so I have that on, and I'm going to do my brows next. So Belle, we have this amazing brow gel. We have it in every color that you would need. So like a black brown, a lighter brown, and the taupe. So I'm kind of in between a taupe and a brown, so it just depends on the day. Sometimes I mix them, other times, just depending on my hair color at the time. Sorry, there's a little hair on that. So you're just gonna wanna fluff your brows up with a brush. Make sure they're in the right spot. And then with my brush, I have just a thin angled brush. And you're literally just going to, depending on your brow shape, but you're just gonna kind of do light strokes, and that's just gonna kind of look like hair strokes. And I have no brows, so I really fill mine in pretty well. If I'm doing like a full face makeup application that's a little bit more dramatic, my brows may look a little bit different, but usually I just do the light taupe just to fill in any sparse areas and give more of a nice shape. Sorry about that. I popped off there, my battery's dying, so I gotta do this fast. Okay, so like I said, you're just gonna follow your natural shape and just light strokes to kind of replicate those hairs that should be there. And then same thing, I don't have any hair on the ends of my brows, so to get that really nice arch, I just bring that down a little bit. Perfect. Okay, so that's it. And you can give them a little bit of a brush. It will not take that off, just to make sure that they're all in the right spot. Perfect. Okay, so I am gonna put on just a little bit of setting powder right now. I have a lot of sheen going on because of the moisturizers that I use, which is good, but we don't want too much sheen because I am gonna add a little bit of highlighter right now. And if you're, a little trick, if your brows are a little too dark, you can always just put a little bit of setting powder on them to lighten them up a little bit. And definitely take that primer that we put on and make sure that that's on your lids as well, because that does help with the lashes and your shadow to stay on. Okay, so next thing, not gonna be fancy with this, Stark Naked palette. Actually just got updated to have 2 of the colors larger than the other colors that are just more popular and are used a little bit more. So that's really exciting. I have not gotten that palette yet. I'm still using mine from when it was launched. I want to say Marchish, could be wrong, but around there. So, and I use this thing almost like every day. So again, these are the colors, and I'm just going to go right in with this color right here, which is called Rosy Glow. And I'm just going to put it all over the lid. Gives a really beautiful sheen. I don't know if you guys can see that. I'm making a mess. Same thing with over here. And I'm just using my finger. At the end of the day here, like, I'm not trying to get crazy. It's really just kind of giving a little glow to the eye to open up that eye. Really, really pretty. And then just to give it a little bit of contour, I am going to take a brush, a really feathered one, and I'm going to go in with this brown color here, which is our Nubian, and I'm just going to take that in the crease. I'm just bringing that kind of around and then lightly fade out. Okay, so a little bit darker than I want to be for a daytime look. So I'm going to show you in a second how I'm going to tone this down just a hair. And again, just bringing that in and feathering that out. Okay. So then I'm going to take a brush that is a little bit more dense, and I'm going to take that highlighting color right over here. And again, this palette, you can highlight any place, contour anywhere on your face. So that's our Alabaster. And our Ivory Glow is this one right here. So I'm going to take the Ivory Glow first and go up in my brow here. See how pretty that is? Gives you a really gorgeous highlight in that brow bone. I need to get my brows done. I know it'll look better when I get them done, but again, you just want to bring that all up in here, and that's starting to kind of blend that out a little bit. Okay. And then I'm going to take the middle one here, which is our blush color. And that's what I'm going to use to kind of go back over that brown and just lightly fade that out. See how that kind of lighten that up a bit? And I'm definitely going to go back in with my feathered one to brush that out a little bit more too. Okay. I usually just kind of go underneath, try to get any excess. Okay. All right, so we've only used what, like 1, 2, 3, 4 products right now. So the next thing I'm going to do is actually put the magnetic liner on, and I'm going to do that first so that can dry while I'm finishing up the rest of my makeup for the day. So like I've said before, you want to shake your shake this up, give it a good little shake, tap, especially if you haven't used it in a while. And I'm using brown today to go with my bronze brown look. So you can use your own eyeliner first as a base if you want. Today I'm just gonna go right in with the liner. You wanna get super close to the lash. You don't need a super thick line. And I usually just come out to the edge of my eye because I'll go back in if I want to do a wing for the day, and I'll use my eyeliner. That way you're not using the product because you don't need the wing with this. So you're saving that product. And you only need to go to the outside edge of your pupil. You don't need to put the product all the way to the corner of your eye because again, that's not where the lash is going to be. Super easy. Okay, so I'm gonna let that dry for 30 seconds. While I'm doing that, I'm just gonna finish up my look here. Woo! And that's going to be my lip next. This is Glow. I love this color. They come out with great nudes and pinks with our line. They're not always in our main lineup, so they might just be like a one-time thing, but they're just gorgeous. I love this color. It's great for every, like, all times of the year. I love this color. And this is a kind of like a lip stain because it stays on all day. And it's nice too because the tip has a little, see how that has the point to it? So you can actually kind of use it as a liner first. So see how it's like a little bit darker? So I usually go in because my lips are actually a little different on each side. They are sisters, not twins. Okay, so gorgeous color. Gonna let that dry, go back in with the second coat with my magnetic liner. Okay. Sorry, I'm like blind right now. Okay. So that's going to dry now for 2 minutes. I'm sorry, I'm losing my towel. All right. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do, it's not necessary, but I do like to do it. Just gives that little bit of extra hold, and you have to do a little bit of mascara anyway. I mean, you don't have to with these lashes. You could definitely just wear the lashes and no mascara, but I like to put a little bit of the magnetic mascara that we have on the base and just to give that little bit of extra hold. But we do have the anchors if you're having a little bit of trouble with them. Or, I mean, when I wear them, I usually just wear the liner, but thought I'd add that in today while this is drying, because we're finished. Really, the only other thing that I would maybe go in and do, during the day, I usually don't contour. I usually just do a little bit of highlight. So I'm gonna take again that Ivory Glow, and I'm literally just going to go right here on my cheekbone just to give that little glow and highlight to bring your eye up. See how it just pulls your eye up and brightens it? Same thing with your nose area in here. And give that little bit of highlight in the center here. And if you want to contour, we have this alabaster color as well. Let me get my angle brush here. See how it has that angle to it. Dip that top, and you could go in here and start contouring. I'm gonna do just a little bit for today to show you guys, but I'm not gonna get super into contouring today. You just wanna kind of do that right at your, underneath your cheek there, underneath that bone. And I like to do a little bit under here because we know about that little jowl area. This helps kind of blend that in. All right. So that is the look. What do we think? Really, really pretty fall day. Today I'm going to wear my Starlet lashes. These have our new 10 magnet hold versus the 6 that we have. We still have them as well and they work great. They're just adding a lot of new products to the line, depending on, and you always again want to make sure you're scraping off. Had a little bit of residue I missed last time. So just using your fingernail to do that. This one has a nice little wing on the end. So you want to make sure that's on the outside, and you're just gonna hold the end lightly and you're going to drop it down. See that pull? Drop it down. And just go in and pinch all the way to the edge. And just give it a little tap on the top, make sure it's secure. Gorgeous. And then the next one. I'm not gonna lie, I have not gotten dressed up obviously in a long time, and I haven't done videos, so it's like magic again. Like, oh my god. Oh, I'm gonna put this one a little bit further over. You can trim these as well. So let's say your eyelid is not this long. You can absolutely, I would suggest trimming on the inside, not the outside. You want to keep that really pretty wing and trim off a magnet from the inside. You can trim off 1, you can trim off 2. If you just want to have like 4 on the end to have that little wing, you can absolutely do that. Oh, I missed these. All right, guys. So that is the look. I hope you enjoyed it. Please drop a comment. I'm gonna post this in a little bit with my finished look, dry my hair a little bit, do a little something with that, and then I'll show you guys the pictures. Please let me know if you wanna order. Just message me, drop a emoji in the comments in this video, and I'll see you guys soon.